Peace, y'all. Good afternoon. My name is Noelle Figueroa. My pen name is the Anointed Pen. Y'all can find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Clubhouse. I am the host of Poets for Purpose. I host open mics in person and virtually. I'm also the host of the PWP Sessions podcast, where I interview poets one-on-one. So if you're a poet interested in being interviewed, you can message me on social media, or you can email me at poetsforpurpose@gmail.com. I'm going to be sharing some material this afternoon. I'm going to start off with 2 new pieces, and then the final 2 will be coming out of my first collection of poetry called One Man's Journey. I have copies available at the table for $15 each. So this first poem, this is a brand new piece. This is called Gills Tails, and it's my tribute to Amel Laurent. Back in the year 2000, you said you knew that I was down, but then you asked me when I'm gonna get up. When are you gonna get up? Well, guess what? It's 2023, and I'm still asking myself the same question. When am I gonna get up? When am I gonna get up? Because I've been more down than up. Marathon strokes in the deep sea of despair have had me growing gills and tails as I sink deeper into the abyss. Can I come up? Can I come up for air? Can I come up? Can I come up for air? How factual, the unpredictability of life, swimming 1 minute and then drowning the next. Praying you're not taken out by the next big wave while fighting to get back to the surface, fighting to breathe, trying to perceive of a better situation than switching between doggy paddle and the backstroke or floating helplessly. Can I come up? Can I come up for air? Can I come up? Can I come up for air? You said you were in the company of Gills and Tails. I may have pulled an Alice in Wonderland, tumbling down behind you, watching your skin grow scales and watching mine follow suit. Because we are on the receiving end of lifing. Can I come up? Can I come up for air? Can I come up? Can I come up for air? Life can be one big fight to breathe, like fish out of water, evicted to an unnatural state of being. Dare we drown or race to the surface to inhale fresh air and exhale the despair and deprivation? Do we stay in the company of gills and tails, or do we leave and remove the gills and tails that have become our own? Can I come up? Can you come up? Can we come up for air? Thank you. Thank you. This second poem is also a brand new piece. It's called The Other F Word. I forgive you. I forgive me. Now when do I start to feel again? I forgive you and I forgive me. Now when do I start to feel again? Oh, that F word, which seems to be just as much of a curse word like the other curse word, which we're all familiar with, because it's easy to need it, but harder to give it. But God says, forgive others as I have forgiven you. We can't be in right standing with God and not with our fellow man. Of course, we don't always want to forgive, but we have to. Forgiveness is for you, not the person who wronged you, and you can't do it in your own strength. So I forgive you and I forgive me. Now when do I start to feel again? If I hate you, then what does that do? So I breathe in and I count to 10. The pain of what happened is real and our emotions are valid. How do we get through being disrespected and mishandled? How do you recover from the loss of respect and trust? Forgiveness doesn't mean to act like it never happened. Forgiveness doesn't mean you're letting the other person off the hook. It means giving the situation to God and letting God handle it. It means not allowing the situation to make you bitter and full of resentment. It means giving yourself freedom from the situation, taking comfort knowing that God will redeem you. So I forgive you and I forgive me. Now do I start to feel again? If I hate you, then what does that do? So I breathe in and I count to 10. Oh, that F word, which seems to be just as much of a curse word like the other curse word, which we're all familiar with, because it's easy to need it, but harder to give it. Because it never feels good to be wrong. It never feels good to be played for a fool. It never feels good to be taken advantage of. But if anger consumes us, we will miss out on our blessings that God can pull from the situation. Oh, that F word, the word that's easy to say and hard to do, forgive. So I forgive you and I forgive me for not seeing the red flags, for not listening to my heart, for not listening to God when He warned me, for the disrespect that I let slide one time too many, for not seeing that you were taking advantage of my kindness sooner. I choose to forgive, I choose to release, I choose to be healed, because the lights are on and I'm coming home, and yes, I'm back with a new heart in my hand, because I forgive you. Thank you. So this next selection is from my book, One Man's Journey. It's a short piece. It's called A Lover's Equation. Imagine one rose, then multiply it by a field of thousands. Then add two whole numbers, 1 and 1, which equal me and you. Then subtract all the pain and stress of our everyday existence, divide the number of times I say I love you into the number of days in a year, and your answer will be equal to the number of times my heart beats to the rhythm of your desires. Thank you. Thank you so much. Final piece I'm sharing is also from the book One Man's Journey. This is called What Dreams Are Made Of. Emotions that give birth to ideas that stand the test of time. When effort is placed on achievement of goals rather than the deceiving of souls. When love can exist without sacrificing truth. When there's a true meaning to colorblind. When all brothers are taking 2 steps forward instead of being 2 steps behind. These are what dreams are made of. When a brother is no longer stopped for no reason. When enlightenment thought can conquer treason. When more brothers become leaders instead of followers. When jealousy and ridicule turns into encouragement and compliments. When we come together as one instead of dividing into many. These are what dreams are made of. When we all reach for the light instead of dropping into the darkness that exists in a cruel world. When we make our communities more of a place to live rather than battlefields that compare to hell. When children can accentuate the positive aspects of life rather than be drenched in the negative that's constantly in sight. When we take responsibility for our actions. When we demand real change until we gain satisfaction. These are what dreams are made of. Thank you.